Alrighty. This is kind of like a last minute thing going here. I'll try to send out a tweet and then bring up the chat in a second. Looks like Hooch may have had like a starting error. He's just gonna restart period. Not sure what he's doing. He's going to level 10. I don't think he understands the concept of this right now. Let me pop in his stream or something really quick. I know he's relatively... he doesn't do speedruns a whole lot. And neither Dr. Mario too. I think he just kind of like joined this for fun. Shit. But I'll see if I can get in his stream. I'm sure he doesn't care anyway, even if I do tell him. He's actually, like, not doing too bad, though. Let me pop in his stream. Where's he at? Well, I told him in chat. Yeah, I guess that's a good thing to tell him. I got everything going on mobile so my computer doesn't crap out. Anyways, while I'm communicating with them, this is a three-way race that's going on right now, because there's 3 people in this group, and it's KHANanaphone, Hooch, and Ness Kamikaze, and Ness and KHANanaphone did their first race right before this, and Ness won. And I pitched the idea, I'm like, well, you're all 3 here, let's just do a 3-way race now, and have it count towards, like, both of your games. So this is counting towards the second game of KHANanaphone's and Ness's, and the first game of Hooch and KHANanaphone. And on the first race, KHANanaphone actually surprised me, I think, a 13:48, which is a really solid time for one of the people who I didn't know any prior knowledge to Dr. Mario for this. Yeah, I told him. I guess he didn't realize it. He kind of like just slapped it off. He's gonna go to 0 now. And I told him he can done after 9. So be a little bit of a different comparison. But should be fine still. We'll get to scout out and see how both these players do still. Hopefully he knows that the stages progress automatically. Yeah, I think he will. Alright, back to the action. Now that everything is situated like that. So KHANanaphone's got a bunch of reds at the top here, working well, working around him and getting the right pieces. I'm kind of curious to see how his play is going to be. He is making do with the only one yellow virus here and like spacing out his pills well to like not get anything too buried. Yeah, and just like that, he really doesn't have too much access to that yellow pill, but he's making it work. It's a fairly decent board here. He's going to be able to clear 4 of those red viruses at the bottom. They're literally all just in a square. You love to see when that happens. I mean, as long as it's like not too inconvenient. Hooch not doing too bad, up to level 3 now, with level 10 already done in his belt. He's still quite a bit behind, which I would expect, but you know, pretty solid showing right now, especially for like restarting the game at least twice. And you can tell he's like just unfamiliar either with this specific game. But like I said, he's looking to just have some fun, which is good. KHANanaphone actually has a PB of a 12-17 and 0-10. And according to his splits, he's 17 seconds behind it right now, so looking for a pretty decent run. Definitely can knock off Ness if Ness has like an off round. Not sure how his stream's going, but I'll update as they finish to let you know final times. The first race he finished at 11:48, 2 minutes ahead of KHANanaphone. The one thing I do love about KHANanaphone's play, he is keeping his stacks like really balanced. For the most part, I have been seeing like not one side being severely higher than the rest. Like everything is very well balanced. He's gonna have a little bit of trouble here though, with all the blue viruses gone and kind of just a little bit of reds and yellows. I mean, they're all kind of bunched together, so you can get a couple doubles and like clear these last couple ones. Yeah, like the 2 yellows on the right side and then those reds left there. So pretty good board for him, so he's gonna be moving on to level 9. Hooch working on level 4 right now. He's got a pretty high right stack, which is going to be a little bit of a problem to deal with, especially because he keeps getting non-yellow pieces, which is going to delay you for a while if that's what you're focusing on. If he sees this yellow-blue piece up there, ooh, he could have flipped it around one more time. Now he's going to have trouble with that right yellow being a little bit buried there under multiple colors, and you can't really go for a horizontal. Man, KHANanaphone's always been getting those boards down to like just 2 specific colors left with like close to 10 viruses. But he is managing this very, very well. So he's going to be able to get the blues in a vertical at the bottom and take out the blues at the left soon too. So yeah, he's on pretty good pace right now. He could possibly beat his PB of a 12-17, and I assume he's really, really close with Nest Kamikaze. This is someone who I pegged his 3rd seed in the group because I didn't know too much information about him, but man, he's showing up so far like he could be a threat to the top 8 in the tournament. I'm trying to think, I gotta look up who the other person in their group is that I haven't heard anything about either. Hooch has got himself in a really bad situation right now on his board. He's got like the whole middle kind of a mess. I'm not sure what he's going to be doing with it. So the other person in their group, oh, it was FFR Pro. Yeah, that's going to be interesting because FFR is someone who's been stepping up his game as well. So that's going to be like really, really interesting to see who gets that 2nd seed out of the group. But we'll most likely be fine because the person who finishes 3rd, I can definitely see them getting one of the wild card spots. Hooch slowly but surely working on figuring out his stack right now. It looks like Ness did manage to win this race though. He got a 12:07, so KHANanaphone not too far behind. He got a 12:28 on his splits, 12:31 in race spot. Good stuff by him. That was a pretty close race. I would have liked to see that side by side, but I guess I can always check out the VOD on the channels. Hooch still struggling a little bit with this board here. It's mostly like having trouble with just like the center. I feel like given a bunch of viruses, you can definitely tell he hasn't played the game too much, so it's like hard to like picture exactly what you should be doing. Hopefully he clears that blue up there and gives him more room to work with. That way it gives him more time to think. Yeah, there we go. See, now he's left with a bunch of yellows. And I think, ooh, he'll get the horizontal there, which is really, really good. That helps a lot because now his board is a lot better off and he's going to be down to just 3 viruses here. So congrats to Ness. He'll take this round versus Hooch, and he'll win his entire match versus KHANanaphone with a 2-0. And KHANanaphone will take this one over Hooch, so let's put in some scores. Let's see. Nest Kamikaze over KHANanaphone, 2-0. He's seeming to find his footing as he's going along here. He did miss out on a really good opportunity for a horizontal for the red up the top, and it would have got rid of the red garbage on top of the yellow, but I'm pretty sure he's just focusing on vertical clears only. It's really hard to like actually see some horizontal clears when you first play the game. It's like when you first see it and you're kind of blind, the game just like prompts you to like look for verticals, because it's like the pills are coming down and you're like, alright, I'll focus on clearing these vertically. On pace for about 25 minutes. That's not too bad. I mean, I know we played this game a little bit when we were younger because he's my brother. And both of us weren't like nearly too good, but I've definitely dabbled in this game a lot more than he has in the past years. But pretty impressed to see how he's doing, like just without no practice at all. He's gonna fit that blue in there. He's doing a lot better than he did on level 5, at least I want to say. He was off to a rocky start on this one. If he sees this well at the right, he could have just put that there. And he's like conflicted what he wants to do with that yellow, and now that he like waited a second there, that's not good because the red's going to be blocking the blue down there. And now he's going to have like 3 layers to get the red. But I guess he didn't see the opportunity of the other blue falling on top of it. Oh, that was actually really smart by him to get that out the last second, so he does not cover up the red and bury it another layer. Yeah, because now he's going to be able to just put that there. That was a pretty smart play. I mean, I guess you could have like cleared the blue on top of it still, but it saves you some trouble. Yeah, he's just gonna play it safe, worry about clearing the red first, and then when he gets that yellow pill. I think at this moment he's like just making sure he flips it right, but he's just gonna be safe and do the yellow pill up there. Is there a Dr. Bowser game? There is not, unfortunately. There is a Dr. Luigi game though. Interesting. I wonder if he's gonna be going for a horizontal there with the yellow now. Definitely wouldn't be a bad play. Like if he, I was like, if he was gonna pop that blue in the middle there, he could have been able to get that horizontal next. Let's see if he gets it now. Let's see if he does the. Oh, okay. That might not work out the best for him, because now he's got an unwanted yellow in the middle there. Yeah, we'll definitely have to be around to see FFR Pro versus KHANanaphone now, because I'm expecting really, really good things out of that match. Oh, I didn't even know there was a Dr. Warrior on GBA. Is there any special element in that game as well, or is it just that Wario's the main character instead of Mario? Oh, nice fit with the double red on Hooch's board there. Able to get those blues to just safely drop down, and he finds the horizontal for the yellow, so he definitely does have, you know, a pretty decent vision here. He's finding where most of these things can go. And maybe he'll start setting up a horizontal or something on bottom here. And he's just gonna play it like he usually is here. Just set up for some more verticals. Alright, he's got 2 more levels before this is done right now. He can still get a 25 if he plays well enough. It might be a little bit out of his reach right now, though. Sub 30 is definitely possible, though. That's funny. Just put Wario in it, and you're good to go. Part of WarioWare. Okay, that makes sense. They're probably like, let's just include a little bit more content. Might as well throw Dr. Mario in there, or Dr. Wario in that case. If Hooch gets a yellow-blue pill and he sees it, this might be really good. Oh, that is it right there. Will he see the horizontal, though? I'm not sure he will. Yeah, that's unfortunate. He could have been able to clear that. It's tough to say what some of these guys are doing because they're newer players aren't going to see like the horizontals or not, because you could just see that row with the 3 reds and the 3 yellows there, like in the center, and you could easily get 2 horizontals back to back to knock out 6 viruses there, and it would be really, really helpful. He did manage to get that yellow one down there, though, so he's been kind of opening up his vision more and more as this has been going on, I've noticed. Is he gonna, he could have got the red horizontal there as well, and he could have been done with this level by now, but it's not gonna take too much longer for him. Yeah, he gets that double red to finish it off a turn earlier. I'll definitely have to check out this wiki later, and or maybe even like look up gameplay for it and just see how it is. Is it exactly like the NES one ported? And then like the avatar for Dr. Mario is just replaced with Wario? That sounds so funny. Hooch doing pretty well at the start of his board here so far. He got tripped up a little bit at first, but he's finding decent builds and not getting anything too buried right now. Hopefully you can see. Yeah, that's a fine place to put the yellow as well. But he's kind of got like all blues everywhere right now. The reds are kind of buried and yellows are like occupying the whole right side of the board. He's doing well though, like building underneath and getting rid of the reds when he does have the pills for them. Oh, that move. I'm not sure what he was looking there that led to that mistake, but it's gonna leave him in a little bit of a situation right now. And I think he's panicking a little bit, trying to figure out what exactly he wants to do. It's hard when you don't have too much time to react and it's really all about thinking on the go for this game. And when there's viruses that are just so far up on the screen, it's just sometimes difficult to deal with. He's gonna be just above like the 25 mark right now. He doesn't have too many to go right now. Oh yeah, Dr. Mario 64 has Wario, because he's like one of the final bosses in that game, I'm pretty sure. If I remember correctly. It's been a while. I haven't dabbled too much into that game in forever. I couldn't even beat like a lot of the harder difficulties when I was younger. The AI is just so efficient. And Hooch does manage to finish with a 27-13 on his splits, and since he was a little late starting in race spot, it was a 27-53. But you know, pretty solid time for him, sub 30, for someone who doesn't play Dr. Mario at all. I might want to update the score on here. I'm like not prepared and I don't have like anything up. There we go. Alright, as soon as we get this race recorded, we'll get started on the next one and finish up the matches between Hooch versus KHANanaphone and Nest Kamikaze. They're talking about some game called Wet Tricks in the channel right now. And I was like, do I even want to ask what this is? And it's some puzzle game, I guess, for the 64. constant narrator messages, 7 lakes, ice cube warning, and the task is 1 minute long. What the hell is this?
So,
Yo, alright. It's best 2 out of 3, just in case you didn't know.
so I got a PB. That's my PB.
Yeah, congrats, dude.
Actually, you know, that's not bad, considering it was funny because I'm sure everybody saw I started on the wrong level, and I actually destroyed 10. I did really good at 10 for like my standards, and then when I started over, I was just messing everything up.
10 was pretty solid.
And then, oh my god, there were some levels where like I kept on mispressing. I mispressed so many times. But I decided not to like reset or anything like that at this moment.
Gotcha. Well, you can probably do better on this next one upcoming here.
Is there another one?
It's 2 out of 3.
Oh, it's 2 out of 3?
Yeah.
Oh dear god. I thought we were done.
Yeah, it helps. Most of the races last like 15 to 20 minutes on average, so that's why we decided to on 2 out of 3.
Well, alright, I guess I'm gonna get ready for the next one.
Alrighty. You just popped in here for a second. Yeah, I guess he wasn't aware of a lot of the details of the tournament, but I guess that's alright. We were able to help him out. There's so many like unique puzzle games out there that I always want to try, and I hope like I'm feeling that like during this tournament series here, maybe one time we'll just have kind of like a mystery tournament, but all based on puzzle games. So that way like a lot of the obscure games can get played and check those out, because there's quite a few of them that are just really, really funny and bad. Alright. Sweet. This next one will actually be even, and we'll be able to tell the times between both of them. Alright. Why are my VLCs freezing? Gotta love that. 1 second, guys. What is it? It's like in? No. Yeah, that works, but that's gonna mess up my formatting. Alright, hold on. We will fix this. I don't know why all of a sudden VLC decided to like stop working for me. My computer's not the greatest sometimes. They're probably really far off live, but that's alright. There we go. We're gonna leave it alone and hopefully it stays fine for now. So Hooch actually keeping, you know, pretty well paced right now. KHANanaphone with that very nice T clear there to get level 1 done in less than a minute. Hooch having a much better 0 to 1 though compared to his last one. He got the first like 3 stages done pretty well and kind of got tripped up on the mid game. We're dropping a lot of frames right now too. That's probably because parents are watching Netflix in the other room. Beautiful. It should stabilize pretty soon, guys. Sorry about the